Captain Awesome Take a Dive, Book Number 4. Chapter 1. Scold Loud, Twist and Shout. Could time go any slower? When will summer vacation ever get here? Agent McColdly sat at his desk in Miss Battlestead's class. His super dude's digital command watch counted down the remoting minute. What's that? You've never heard of super dude, the greatest, most powerful superhero on several planets? The superhero who once defeated Mourmoth, the big, mean-mouthed Martins that devoured yard and school soccer field with its Martin mouth. Without Super Dude's comic book, Agent would never have become Captain Awesome or formed the Sunnyvale Superhero Squad with his best friends Charlie, Thomas, John, also known as Nacho Cheeseman. Only 6 more minutes, 360 seconds, stood between Agent and Charlie, 71 super summer days of fighting evils in Sunnyview. Not once would he have to hear things like his teacher saying, "Please take your seats." Agent has even made a list of his summer plans. 1. Learn to be the best swimmer ever. 2. Sleep as late as possible. 3. Stop evil from eviling. Ding, ding, a bing, bing. That was the bell. Finally, summer vacation had obviously begun. Agent rocketed to his cubby. Let's go, Charlie. Aside from putting evils on an asteroid prison boarding the twin moon of see ya later, is there anything better than summer vacation? Agent sure didn't think so. Charlie packed up his cheese containers from his cubbies and stuffed them in his backpack. Nacho Cheeseman diary defense couldn't be left at school for the entire summer. There's no telling what bad guys would do if they got their evil hands on the cheese goodness of hot jalapeno, surprise, or Titanic tattoo blast. Plus, the expiration dates were in July. See ya later, mine, Meredith, Agent says, and waved to Meredith Mooney. Meredith stuck up her nose and stomped out of the class. No school, no homework, and no Meredith for a whole summer. Charlie cheered. I don't know which one I missed last. Agent picked up the turbo ball. After all, superheroes can't go on patrol without their trusty hamster sidekicks. All 3 left the classroom. It was time for one last school patrol. Agent and Charlie headed down the hall. Lockers were open. Papers were scattered everywhere. It looked like messy podiums. The sloppy villains who never cleaned his room had returned to mess up the school. Boom! Crash! Clang! Evil sounded from the cafeteria. Charlie gasped. The boys raced to the laundry room, flung open the doors, and soft true evil. The 2 boys dove from covers. It's our old enemy, Dr. Yuck's finished, Agent whispered. He must escape from a storied prison and return to continue his evil vegetable plans. There's only one way out of this baggy trap, Eugene says. This track chart through Dr. Spinner's cafeteria ladder. That's insane, Charlie gasped. We will never make it. He'll use his okra bombs and upper gus spears. Yeah, and his purse tip of dooms too, Eugene replied. But Super Dudes never says ever. It's time for action. Charge! He shouted and raced into the cafeteria. Bounce! Oops! Eugene trapped over the doorway and flopped to the floor. Roll! Turbo plastic ball flew from Eugene's hand and rolled across the cafeterias, stopping at Dr. Spinner's feet. Eeps! Charlie gasped in horror as Dr. Spinner turned to pick up Turbo. What have you here? The evil chief of leery green Yaknis growled. Eugene and Charlie yanked their costume from their backpack. Don't touch my sidekick, Captain Awesome yelled in his evil fighting voice. You shall not harm Turbo on this day, Dr. Yuck finished. Not if Captain Awesome and I, Turbo Cheeseman, have anything to say about it. Knuckle Cheeseman shouted in his evil fighting voice as well. Then the superhero friends leaped into action. Chapter 2. Danger is the wet and stinky diaper queen. Marco! Eugene closed his eyes and called out across the pool looking for Charlie. Paulo! Charlie called back. He floated like a super silent crocodile from the Super Dudes Holiday Special No. 2. It was Saturday, the first day of summer vacation, and Eugene and Charlie were splashing and swimming at the Sunnyview Community Center swimming pool. The sun was high in skies, and that made the water feel like both a bath without soap. The boys has been playing Marco Polo for like a bath without a soap. The boys have been playing Marco Polo for only a few minutes when Charlie felt inspired. Let's play Super Dudes Polo. The rule of Super Dudes Polo were from the Super Dudes Summer Vacation Special No. 3. The comic was so rare, the only nose copy was in the Super Dudes Museum in Blackburn, Virginia. Fortunately, the rules are posted online. Captain Charlie has them memorized. The rules of Super Dudes Polo are very simple. Players 1 closes his eyes and calls out the first half of the Super Dudes villain's name. Players 2 whose eyes are not closed respond by saying the second half of the name. Then try to get away before players 1 can find him. Eugene eerily agreed and closed his eyes. Sir Stinky, Eugene called out. Stinko-nos. Charlie called back. Eugene dove for the sound of Charlie's voice, but Charlie swam away laughing. Commander Burf, Eugene yelled. Pudding, Charlie replied, clapping his hands. Eugene jumped to the right, but Charlie wasn't there. Mr. Mad, Eugene called out once more. Saturday. Eugene was locked on the Charlie's this time, but before Eugene could grab him, something brushed against his back. Brush. Was that Charlie horsing around, or was it something worse? Eugene opened his eyes. It was worse. The worstest enemy, Queen Stinky Pants from the planet Baby, bobbed up and down in her evil Giraffe Floaty. She unleashed the kicking power of her terrible surprise splash attack. Look out! Eugene pushed Charlie out of the way of incoming danger. The water splashed in Eugene's face. My eyes! He yelped. I'm soaked with watery evil. While Eugene dropped the evil from his eyes, Charlie leaped into action. I'll put an end of this. Charlie reached off the can of his powerful sword trees, but where was it? Then he remembered he left his can on the side of the pole. Oops! Dribble, 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 dribble. Queen Sneaky Pants cattle and then unleashed the unknowing power of her baby laugh. Eugene and Charlie covered each other's ears, then realized that wouldn't work and covered their own. The queen baby laugh was much more than just annoying. It was the call that unleashed her wild pack of hungry superhero eating electric piranha sharks. Chomped. Time to give those sharks a superhero meal with the side order of butt kicking. Captain Awesome announced. He and Echo Cheeseman took a deep breath and started to swing toward the chomping electric fish. Chapter 3. Don't trust the dude with a whistle. Breathe, tweet, tweet. Eugene heard the whistle first. Was it an alarm? A secret signal? Was Queen Cliteria about to turn everyone's eyes red and make their skin itch? Hey, little dudes! Eugene looked up. It wasn't Queen Cliteria after all. It was Tad, the teenage lifeguard. His long, burned hair reflects the sun like aluminum foil. He wore a green Westville swim team tank top. There's no running around my pool. Lifeguard Tad pointed out the dangers of running, slipping, sliding, falling, bumping your head, breaking an arm's or legs, chipping the tooth, stubbing the toe, falling into the pool, and a whole lot more. And can you dudes be careful in the swallow end, cause there's are even litter dudes in the little dudes part. Clary Tad had no idea about the evil of Scabia-Doo-Bot. If he was lifeguards, Tad must really be the Double Dipper, a secret spying double agent. That's just like a guy from Westville, thought Eugene. That was when Eugene heard the blast of the giant whistle of doom. Beat, tweet, tweet. Eugene and Charlie looked out the window. It was a sneaky double diaper himself, half boys, half grown-ups, all bad. The Double Dipper's greatest and sneakiest superpower was getting superheroes in trouble using his tattletales attack. You tattletales on the wrong good guys, villain, Eugene said quietly.